Hi everyone, I'm Tulsi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's yoga slow flow strength and mobility sequence. This is a live class, so you will see me give instructions and just go with what feels good. Take the modifications if needed, listen to your body, and you are going to need 2 blocks. It's not essential, it's just an added bonus. If you have those to hand, please bring them and join me on the mat for this slow flow sequence, and let's get started. We're going to do, I've got myself seated onto a mat, so just move the fleshy part of your seat back. Take those feet into a half lotus pose or a cross-legged position, whatever you feel comfortable. Now I've got the blocks just alongside me, so I'm like creating a triangle with my body, okay? So if you've got them, please distribute them either side to the left and right of you. And all I'm going to get you to do is we're going to do some seated rotations, but again, the method is slow flow. Take those hands on those knees. Let's start with 3 deep breaths in through our nose. Inhale, hunch your shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, drop the shoulders away from your ears and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, shoulders up against ears. And then exhale, reduce and release any tension that you may be present in your body. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Now when we start this bowl, let's just start nice and slowly. Let's go towards the right side of our body, moving into the sacral, the root chakras. And I really want you to focus on slowing it down. See if you can slow down as much as you possibly can. Really bringing the awareness to what your whole body is doing. What are your feet doing when they're in contact with the floor? What are your thighs doing? What is your abdomen and your womb space doing? And then also, what are your shoulders and your chin and neck doing? So if you can, let's increase the movement and let's go a little bit deeper with our slow flow. So if you're going really, really fast, see if you can slow it down. And if you're used to this slowness, see if you can slow it down a little bit more. Beautiful. Close down those eyes if you feel comfortable. And really hone into your body. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Just a couple more times here. Keep moving. 2 more here. Last one. Beautiful. Before we move to the other side, come back to center and just take 2 breaths here. So just feel all of that surging of the waters in the body. Our body is mostly made up of water, and we are working with that water element. So just take 2 more breaths in and just check in with how you feel. What is coming up for you in your body? 1 more breath. And then exhale, we're going to shift over to the left. And remember, you're trying to look at north, east, south, west, all of those elements of the compass of your body. Usually when people are feeling indecisive or hesitant, it's because they've lost that inner compass, that inner intuition, the signal that gives them the go-ahead, the yes, the gut instinct. So let's tone in into our compass, our inner compass. Nurturing ourselves. Actually, be grateful for yourself and your body for coming onto the mat today. For knowing that you can put your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual elements on the mat. Good, 2 more circles. See if you can really slow down the last 2 movements. Beautiful. Come back to center, keeping those hands on the knees. And then just breathe in through the nose. Feel the difference between the left and right. Good. Beautiful. This time we're going to go into some cat-cows this time, and again trying to slow down the movement. So hands on top of the knees or the shins, whatever you prefer. I want you to overpronounce and push the chest forward. Peel the shoulder blades back and down. Open up the scapula, pardon me, the collarbone. And then if you can, take your chin up to a 45-degree angle and open up that neck, that throat area. Beautiful. Tuck your chin in towards your chest, round that back, and pull in your belly button towards the spine. Breathe here. Now I'm not going to cue you on your breath because we're gonna probably take a few more breaths within the hold, okay? So as you inhale, you're going to open up the chest, draw the shoulders away from your ears, pull in that navel, and breathe here. A lot of you may be feeling a pinch in your spine area, in your recti spinae muscles. This is really good. Imagine you are being pulled from the top of your head up to the ceiling, and the base of your spine is pushing down into the floor, and at the same time you're expanding your chest. So you're thinking all four corners of your body is being expanded. And then as you draw that chin in towards your chest, start with an exhale, and then feel free to take the breath wherever it navigates you on your journey. Now, for those of you who are not feeling enough pull on the knees, I want you to take your shins and then just take them out a little bit further. So it's almost like you're really pulling back into that rounded position. So I'm going to transfer my hands to my knees as I open up into that cat position. And then exhale, transfer my hands to the shins and round. Let's do that one more time each side. So hands to the knees. This is for me just so I can expand that chest. And then round that back, chin to chest. Beautiful. I'm just going to tuck my legs back in because we're going to go in for a side stretch. So I want you to think of a length around your waistline. Take that right hand onto the block and then lift that left hand up towards the sky. So straight up. Beautiful. Now I want you to take the pinky edge of your finger towards the right side. So you're almost like pushing the palm behind you. Inhale here, reach up to the sky. Imagine somebody's pulling you up. And then exhale, you're gonna hinge from the hip, but I don't want you to collapse. So I want you to imagine you're reaching to the right corner of the room, and then you're pushing your right hand into the block, and then rotate towards the left side. So you should be feeling a big, big stretch around the serratus anterior, your QL muscle. You're pushing your left hip into the mat, and then come back up to center with your inhale, reach up to the sky, and then plant your left hand down, and we're going to do same, repeat it on the other side. Your right hand reaches up to the sky, push your right hip down, open up the palm to the back of the room. So your pinky finger is pointing towards that left side. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, look towards the right side of the room, but we're actually reaching towards the left side. And if you can, open the chest up a little bit more to the right side. So it's almost like your left side of the chest wants to sneak peek over to the right side too. It's kind of sneaky, going, wait a second, what's going on there? Okay, beautiful. So we're going to take 2 breaths on each side. Take a deep breath in, back up to center. Transfer over to the right. As you reach, remember the cues, palm towards the back. drive that left hip down and reach up towards the right side of the room. Inhale here, exhale back to center, and then inhale, left hand down, reach back behind you, and then open up. Beautiful. And then come back into center, and then drop those palms down. So again, if you have the block, beautiful, bring it with you, and we're going to place it in front of our chest. So I want it shoulder width apart, okay? If you haven't got a block, it's okay, just reach your arms forward, shoulder distance. So what we're going to do is round the spine, just like we did in the cat position, but you're going to push the block away. Inhale here, open up, the block comes up to the sky, and then we're going to side stretch it. So both of that waistline is stretching up. Oh, this should feel so good. This time, I want you to form a semicircle. So I want you the block to face me, so face the screen wherever you are, and then we're gonna round it down, and then come straight back up to the sky. Beautiful. This time, rotate it over to the right. See if you can look up under the elbow, up to the ceiling. Now really reach from the roots up to those fingertips, up to the block. And then exhale, remember we're gonna go over to the right side, so we're gonna descend. And then we're gonna rotate forward. Oh, my abs are definitely speaking to me here. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, over to the right. Pardon me, to the left. You guys are doing amazing. So then we're gonna come back to center. Pull in that navel, almost like we're doing a cat stretch. Open up to the sky, and then to the opposite side this time. Stretch, so stretch. Imagine somebody's trying to take your block, and you're like, no, it's mine. Give it back. And then round it forward. Oh, so good. Come back up to center and release that block. So, taking the blocks to the side for the moment, and let's transfer our weight over to all fours. So I'm not going to need the blanket, but if you want to put the blanket under your knees, please feel free to do so. Palms down, so remember, make sure you've got an equal measure, so you know they are shoulder distance apart. And I just want you to extend that left foot back behind you. So, nice core strength here. And instead of pushing your heel back, I want you to force your hands backwards. So it's almost like you're moving from the hands all the way back to push the heel back. So you should get a real big calf stretch here. 2 breaths here. Pulling in that navel, looking down and forward at a 45-degree angle. So squeeze in the stomach muscles, squeeze in the glutes, the legs, focus on pushing that heel back. And now take the shoulders over those fingertips. So release that left leg and raise that left leg up. So foot is flexed, hold this position. Deep breath in, and exhale, you're pushing the ground away with those hands, you're squeezing that left glute and that left thigh, you're taking that left hip down towards the mat, and for those who want to a little bit more core work, raise that right hand alongside your ear and reach. So you're trying to reach from the pinky edge of your fingertips and then to the pinky edge of your toes. So nice diagonal, big, long line of energy. You're pulling yourself in one direction and your body is stretching in the other. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Excellent. This time, drop that right hand down and take that left foot, bring it in towards your chest, and then take it over your right knee. So basically, I'm going to crisscross. So I'm in this position, yeah? So my left knee is in front of my right. and I'm gonna extend my feet backwards. I'm gonna actually grab a blanket, so sorry, I should have said this. And then I'm gonna stick it back behind me as I walk my hands backwards, and basically I should be sat, so my left knee is above my right. So remember, if your heels are closer, this should feel a little bit better. If you want to take your feet further away from you, you're gonna get more of an abductor stretch, okay? So taking a deep breath in, take those fingertips forward and stretch that body. Beautiful. For those of you who are here and you want to stay here, keep stretching and breathing here. For those who want to take it a little bit more further, inhale and then exhale, reach further with those fingertips and see if you can come down, tuck your chin over your knee. Oh, what a beautiful stretch. Keep pushing down with the glutes. Inhale and exhale. Release any struggle, any resistance. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Before we move, look up towards the fingertips wherever you are, and then start to walk your hands back. So it's almost like you're reaching forward instead of all the way back. Beautiful. Now carefully taking those hands, I'm going to come straight forward and then tuck both of those toes in. So before you move, hands shoulder distance, tuck both of those toes in and push yourself into that modified down dog position. Oh, hello thighs. Take a deep breath in. Now for some of you, you might want to raise that right leg up, but if you want to come with me, we're going to walk our hands over to the right side. Keep walking, 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 all the way back until you reach the back of the mat. And then we're going to walk over to the left side, over, 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 and then we're going to come back to center. So really, your right leg should be over your left now. And if that was a bit confusing, just make sure your right leg is above your left. Beautiful. Now, drop those knees down. Excellent. And then walk those hips back. And then if you've got a cushion, sit upon it. So this time, your right leg, from all of that little spin, your right leg should be over your left. Take a deep breath in. You can take a hold of those toes. Inhale here. And for those of you who want to take a modification, step those fingertips forward. Lengthen that spine. Inhale, nice straight spine. For those who want to work a little bit more, extend those feet. Fingertips outwards and drop the chin over your knee. 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Look up towards your fingertips and then walk the fingertips back. And this time walk a fingertip so you come up off your mat. And then taking that that right foot, uncross it and then reach it backwards. Just drop that foot down and then remember you're pushing the ground away with those palms and give yourself that calf stretch on that right side. Beautiful. I was going to elevate it into a bird dog and then I realized we didn't stretch this side calf. So let's do that first. As you're doing this, navel is drawing in, hips are pushing into the mat and the fingertips is pushing away. You're almost gaining traction with those arms. So you're trying to push away with those palms, and then on the opposite side, you're trying to engage that right glute. Take those shoulders over those fingertips and raise that right leg. Lift here, and look forward at a 45-degree angle. Beautiful. Inhale here, and exhale. For those who want to work a little bit harder, raise that left arm up towards the ear so you're stretching from the left fingertips to the right pinky toe and breathe here for 3 breaths. Pulling in that navel, pushing the ground away with your knee, with your right hand, squeezing the glute. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now drop that left hand down, and I'm going to just stay where you are. I'm just going to move to the side. So in this position, I want you to take that right foot and then pop it down in front of you. So it should be in line with your knee. So if you need to adjust, please do so. Beautiful. Now, keeping that back heel, back toe tucked, I just want you to sit back. So you're getting a nice big inner stretch here. Amazing. Now if you want to flex the toes, please do so. Inhale here, and then exhale, come all the way back up, and see if you can keep that leg there. And we're going to come up to a kneeling position. Beautiful. So instead of the toes pointing this way, I'm going to take my toes outwards and bend the knee ever so slightly. Okay, so we've got a small bend to the knee. Arms up towards the sky, right hand to the right thigh or the shin, and then lean into this stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, look over to the right foot. Exhale, both fingertips down, and give that foot a flex. So you're really getting into the hamstring here. Amazing. Let's reverse it. Right hand to right shin or thigh. Open up that arm and then rotate it back up. So you're using your core to get you back up to that kneeling position. Inhale here, both hands up to the sky. And then this time, both fingertips down, sit back into the heel, foot flex down, and then push back a little bit further. Beautiful. We're going to repeat that whole thing on the other side. So come back up to 3 points and then bring that knee in. I'm just going to go to the other side so I've got some room, okay? So extend that left leg out, squeeze in that core, kick it forward and drop it down in front of you. So your toes are pointing forward. Back leg is curled. And then sit back into those heels, give your body a stretch, inner thigh stretch, beautiful. Inhale here, back up to center. And then just take the toes outwards, so you're pointing towards the whole foot. And then come up to a kneeling position. Core strength here, beautiful. Lengthen both arms up to the sky. Inhale, drop that left hand down to the shin or the thigh and reach over to the left side. Inhale here, exhale, reach. One more breath. Drop that right arm down and just straddle that thigh. If you need to softly bend that knee, please do so. If you can straighten that knee and come a little bit further, open up that hamstring. Beautiful. Let's reverse it. Left hand to left thigh, open up that right hand to the ceiling, stretch that right side, both hands come up to the sky, and then exhale, both fingertips down in front of you, and then stretch it one more time, sit back with those hips. Beautiful. This time, come back to those 3 points. Drop that left knee there and just sit back into those heels. Just give the glutes a little bit of a stretch. 2 breaths here. We're going to work a little bit more into the slow movement of our upper body this time, okay? Now you've got a couple of choices here. You can either do chaturanga or you can do a 3-point push-up, which I'm going to show you now. So we're going to come up to the 3 points. We're going to start on our left side. So fingertips shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance, and raise that left leg up again, nice and high. Beautiful. Inhale here, and I'm going to lower down with my upper body, and my left leg is counteracting, is counterbalancing this movement. So push yourself back up. Beautiful. Squeeze the glutes, okay? So lower down. Let's do 5 of these, nice and slow. Pause at the bottom. And big push, pull in that navel to the belly button, to the spine. Lower down, and then push the ground away. 2 more. lower down, push the ground away. See if you can really slow-mo this one. So slow it down, maybe even for a 4, 3, 2, pause, and then push back up for 4, 3, 2. Let's just do that one more time. Definitely feel it in those arms, right? So take a breath in, and then lower down for 4, 3, 2, pause, and then back up for 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Drop that left leg back behind you, and then just pivot that right foot. So let's come up to a side plank modification. You've got 3 points on the ground, your foot, your knee, and your arm. For those of you who are happy to stay here, stay here. Before I show you the advanced version, our next movement will be your left arm, your left hand to your left ear, and then we're going to take our elbow to elbow. Big rotation, but we're going to slow it down, okay? So let's do that one more time, but let's do that 4 count again. So we're going to do 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2, pause. For those of you who are coming with me, we're going to do 3 of these. Extend that bottom leg, full side plank position, inhale here, exhale for 4, 3, 2, elbow to elbow, inhale for 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2. You guys are doing amazing. Last one. 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2. Drop that right knee, hold, and then extend that left arm up overhead. So hold it here to regulate your breath, even we're in a dynamic position. And if that felt a little bit fast pace in terms of your breath, beautiful. Okay, drop that left hand down towards the mat, rearrange yourself so you are in all fours position again. Take a deep breath in, right leg swiftly moving over to the opposite side. Your right leg raises, and let's go to that 4 count again, but this time we're going to go into some push-ups. Remember, so we're lowering down for 4, 3, 2, squeeze those legs, squeeze the abdominals, and back up for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I am counting. We've got 4 more to go. Slow it down for your 4 count. 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2, use your navel, 2 more counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, beautiful, last one, 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2, amazing. So before I turn my side, my left foot is coming back behind me, my right foot is dropping down, I'm coming into that modified position, yes? So we just turn around so I can see you. So I'm in this modified position, and remember, if you want to stay here, no shame in your game. This is where we're going to go into some rotations, okay? So let's just try one more in this modified position. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. If you're staying here, stay strong. For those of you coming with me, full side plank position. Pick up your bottom leg, and then exhale. We're going to go down for 4, 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2, hold. Beautiful. Let's go again. 3, 2, pause, 4, 3, 2, open. And one more. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, open. For those that want to drop that inside knee, please do so. Raise that right arm up and overhead. 2 breaths here. So pick your bottom hip up. Breathe here. One more breath. Beautiful. Drop that bottom knee. One more big stretch. Big stretch with that side body. Dropping that right hand down. Knees further apart, toes together, sit back into child's pose and breathe for 3 breaths. So that sets you up for a nice segment into our lunge sequence. Okay, so we're going to go straight into from an upper body sequence to a lunge sequence. Beautiful. Okay, so now that you're all ready, come back into all fours. Raise that right leg up this time. Bend into the knee. Keep bending. Keep that knee nice and high. See if you can really slow it down to bring it over to the left, right side, pardon me. Curl that left toe up. And then I just want you to come into a low lunge. Palms up nice and high. Beautiful. Hold it here. Square off those hips. Push that left hip forward. So you're just getting a nice hip opener here. Keeping that left foot curled. Let's go straight up to a high lunge. So pick both feet up. Your right knee should be hovering over your right ankle. And your back leg really come up onto those tippy toes. Nice and high. Beautiful. Now very carefully, if you can, take those hands to the hips. Nice and slow again. Push all the emphasis in that right foot. I'm going to come up just to give me a little bit of a support. And then I'm going to go straight into warrior 3 or your single leg raise. Now if you've got a wall or anything, like I've got my couch behind me, come and hold this position. So your right leg is nice and firm. We're going to hold here for 3 more breaths. Inhale. Find a point of focus in front of you. Beautiful. Slowly and carefully lower that back leg down, nice and slow as you possibly can go. And then dropping that back leg, palms up to the sky, high lunge. Amazing. 2 breaths here. Squeeze those legs, work those glutes, the inside thighs, the outside thighs, slow as you possibly can. Bend that left knee into that low lunge now. Beautiful. This is a challenge for sure. Release that back foot and then lower both fingertips down towards the mat. Extend that right foot back. See if you can go super slow-mo. Take it all the way back. Nice and high. Beautiful. Take it all the way down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take that left leg back behind you. Belly button in. See if you can really slow it down. Knee nice and high as you can. And then take it over to the left hand. Beautiful. Keep those back toes curled. And then palms up for a low lunge. Inhale here. And exhale. So remember your feet should be on railroad tracks, not side by side. Inhale here. Exhale, 1 more breath. Reach up to the sky. Keeping that back leg curled if you haven't already. And then we're going to come straight up to a high lunge. So really pick that back toe up as high as you possibly can. And then that front knee is over the ankle. 2 more breaths here. Squeezing the glutes. Regulate that breath. Picking a point in front of you, taking your hands on your hips, and then stepping forward or coming straight up to warrior 3 or a single leg deadlift. Hold here for 3 breaths. Beautiful. Remember you're pointing that back toe, or you're point flexing, kind of a combination between the two. Forcing that left foot into the ground. 2 more breaths. Last one. Slow as you possibly can. See if you can drop that leg backwards. Go as slow as you can. Muscles permitting. Back into that high lunge. 2 breaths. Beautiful. Slow as you can, lower it down to the ground. Woo, maybe even pause before you hit the bottom. And then lower down, hold it here. I'm just releasing my back foot. Inhale, drop those hands down. And then remember to reverse it. So let's pick up our left foot up, go nice and high, nice and slow. Take it back behind you. And then drop those knees down nice and wide, feet together, child's pose, pause. Take a quick drink if you need one. We're going to go straight into some squats next. Just keeping an eye on the time. Otherwise I can get carried away. Okay, beautiful. So actually, before we do anything, let's come back into the all fours, but I'm going to curl my back toes in. Okay, so my toes are going to be slightly in, like I would do my child's pose, but I'm curling my toes in. And I want you to walk those hands back. Keep walking those hands back. Keep walking those hands back as your knees lift. Keep walking those hands back and come into this balanced pose. Take those hands towards your chest if need be. Now using those legs, remember the slow flow sequence. We're going to push into our feet. Keep pushing. Keep pushing those heels together. Start to raise up nice and slow. We're not rushing this. We're going to feel our thighs, our quads, our hamstrings, our glutes. And come up so you're onto your tippy toes. Woo! Well done. And then relax those heels. Beautiful job, everyone. That was amazing. Try and grab one of your blocks this time. So we're going to go between a chair pose and a forward fold. Okay, so feet hip distance. Taking those fingertips up overhead and sit back into that chair hold. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. Okay, so squeeze the glutes, squeeze those thighs together. The block, if you have it in between those thighs, so it really gives you something to squeeze and hold. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Sit back with those hips. Sit back, 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 back. Forward fold. Fingertips down towards the mat. And pause here and breathe. So we're going to reverse it, okay? So 2 more breaths. This time, bend into those knees. Keep bending. Take those arms alongside your ears. So it's almost like you're trying to do a straight back. Hold here. And now lift your chest without lifting your hips. Nice chair pose here. 3 breaths. Inhale, squeeze those thighs. Look straight ahead. 2 breaths. Squeeze the abdominals. Open up your chest. Reach those fingertips high to the sky. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Exhale. Shift those hips back and then come to a forward fold. Beautiful. Hello, hamstrings. Hello, glutes. Hello, heat in the body. Beautiful. Let's reverse it. Hips back, palms alongside your ears. Open up the chest. Keep those hips low. Keep those glutes low. Keep the weight back into those heels. Push those knees back so you can see your toes. 3 breaths. Oh, let those thighs burn. You guys are doing a great job. 1 more breath. Sit those hips back. Forward fold. Beautiful. Okay, 1 more. If your legs are shaking, amazing. We're going to sit back into those hips. Arms up alongside your ears and then straighten up. 5 breaths this time. You guys can do it. You've done so much so far. 5 breaths. Breathe in. Keep sitting back. If you can go a little bit lower. Inhale. Two more breaths. 1 more breath. Sit back into those hips and just release those hands and just breathe here. Guys, you did amazing there. Well done. Really, really good job. Deep bend into the knees. So really try and get your torso and your abdominals over those knees. Don't be afraid to bend those knees. Beautiful. So this time, keeping the block where it is. If it's inside your thighs, keep it there. And we're going to start to roll up our body. So from the feet, pushing into the ground, using your hips to open up. Your legs are nice and strong. So you're using your core abdominals to get you to stand up. In this position, I would like for you to take your feet hip distance. I'm going to do some calf raises now, okay? So our palms are going to come shoulder height, and then we're going to raise up and lift up onto our toes. Nice and slow. This time, let's do a 3 count. So we're going to count for 3, 2, 1. Lower down those heels to the mat, palms alongside your body. Actually, let's increase the count to 4. So inhale for 4. As you raise your arms up, you raise your heels up, you raise those toes. So your toes are pushing into the mat. You're doing a nice calf stretch. And then exhale for 4, 3, 2, beautiful. So keep going in this position. So we're increasing, inhaling, lifting up those heels to 1, right to the top of that point. And then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, keep it going. Inhale, lift up onto those tippy toes. Beautiful. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more like this. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. This time taking the block in between those hands. So you can either take it lengthwise or you can take it in a diagonal. All we're going to do is press our fingertips together in this position. Push your left foot into the mat. And then just pick your point of focus. Do you want to take your right foot to the inside of the ankle, to the thigh, or do you need a little bit of assistance towards the inside thigh? Take a deep breath in here, pushing the block. So pushing the block in between those palms. And now we're going to raise our arms up to the sky. So we're still squeezing the block. We're still squeezing our thigh into our foot into our thigh. We're still elevating our chest. 5 breaths here. If you come out of this position, no worries, come back into it. If you need support, please do take it. Opening up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now listen carefully. Bring the block down to your chest level. And if it's not already, come to this lengthwise. So you're going to embrace it and hold the block lengthwise. Pick up that right foot and take it over the left thigh. And then sit back into the hips. Oh yes, hello glutes. And then extend that arms if you can. 4 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Arms up overhead. Lovely challenge. I love that you guys are just pushing yourselves a little bit further. So yes, if you want to take that block up over alongside your ears, up overhead, try not to lift your chest up. Keep those glutes down. Inhale. This time exhale, take the block straight down to the floor. Keep those legs on top of each other. And we're just going to extend down. And breathe. Beautiful. Lower that right leg. And then taking that block, curl all the way back up. We're going to do the same, opposite side. Planting that right foot, square on the mat, taking the block either this side or whichever side you prefer. Taking the pit stop, bus stop number 1, to the ankle, above the knee, or the inside thigh. Inhale here. And then exhale, open those fingertips up. But remember, keep pushing the block between those hands. So it's almost like you're just forcing the block in between those hands. You're pushing your inside thigh towards the foot, and the foot is towards the inside thigh. 4 more breaths here. Last 2. This time taking the block right back into the center, and then we're going to take it sideways. Picking up that left foot over your right knee, so above the knee on the thigh, sit back into this modified chair pose. For those who want to extend those arms forward, you can. For those who want the arms up overhead, remember you're squeezing the block, you're not elevating. So squeeze the block wherever you are. So if you wanted to stay here, squeeze the block like you're pushing your palms together. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, lower that block down, and then just drop your head and neck. Give your legs a little bit of a stretch. And then lower that left foot down. And then just same as we did before, we're going to take our toes outwards and our heels together. And I just want you to come all the way down to a low squat position. Beautiful. In this position, if you can, we're now going to take that block up, and I want you to sit all the way back, if you can, nice and slow, and raise those legs up. Beautiful. Nice core strength work here. So let's just do a little bit of crunch work. So we're going to go into a low boat position. So I'm going to lower my boat into a canoe. Beautiful. Keep those legs hovered. And then inhale, knees up. So exhale, lower down. Beautiful. We're not using momentum. Remember, we're doing slow flow. Come all the way up. Hold. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. This time, take those legs out, take that back down, and see if you can go all the way down to the floor, and then release yourself onto the mat. Whew, beautiful. That's a well-earned rest right there, right? Okay, short Shavasana. Spread those feet out. Spread the collarbone, the shoulders, move those shoulder blades back, palms up towards the sky. Close down those eyes, take a breather. You've really pushed your body today, and if it didn't feel as if you did, remember you did something different, and you allowed a new person into your inner sanctuary, into your soul space. Start deepening that breath into the chest, into the belly. Start bringing awareness to your fingers and toes. Stretch those feet out ahead of you and your fingertips out over your head. Give yourself a big stretch here. And just picking up that right knee, take it over to the left. Just give yourself a side body stretch here. In your own time, there is no need to rush. We have time. Come back up to center. Take that left knee up along your chest and then rotate it over to the right side. And just give yourself a side body stretch here. Beautiful. Now extend those legs out and just bend the knees. Come over to your favorite side and just come into that fetal position just for a moment. Before the world gets its hands on you, let's just eke out these final moments. Keeping those eyes closed, come up to a seated position. Nice and slowly, nice and carefully. Get into a comfortable position where we just close out this practice. And most importantly, I want you to focus your intention for yourself today. You already took time to focus on yourself for your practice, but how else can you nurture yourself today? And with that being said, sweep those arms up overhead, join those palms together, and then bring all of that energy that you created on this mat, strength, power, vitality, compassion. And we're going to close with one arm. Take a deep breath in through your nose. The divine in me honors and sees the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me here today. Sorry about that cut off when I was doing some standing sequences, but remember, you don't need to see my face when I'm doing this. Absorb what you can from your practices. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked this, please do subscribe and click the notification bell and the like button so more people can find videos like this for free on YouTube. And I would love to grow my channel and give you guys this community to feel safe and happy in, so you can do strength training in the comfort of your own home. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.